Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the TED Show. Excited to be back with my dear friend James Gelfand. He is club manager, the big kahuna here at Citrus Club. This is our Citrus Club happenings. James and I are both we do need to get out in the sun, but it's not quite as bad as this might look. We're going to go with the flow, camera issues. What are you going to do? This is our show where we kind of recap and talk about the amazing things that are happening at the Citrus Club. How you doing today, my friend?
I am doing very well, Ted. Thank you so much.
Good.
It's been a great weekend, and now we're just trying to get a little bit of energy back.
Yes, you all had a big weekend. The Hispanic Heritage event was here Friday night.
Honored 9 local community leaders. It was a wonderful event. I'm very thankful for all those that participated. And then Saturday, we had a great wedding. We had a very busy dining room, members, non-members, magical dining, and limited tangerine menus. And it was just a great evening.
I love it.
Absolutely terrific.
I love when the club is hopping.
Absolutely. Now that brings us to Mondays.
Yes.
Isn't hopping.
Well, it's Monday.
Everybody is picking up the pieces and getting going. We're launching a limited menu on Mondays. A few select items. Mondays has never been strong at the club, and rather than closing the club, we're going to keep it open. We're going to run a light staff. We've got a couple of folks in the kitchen doing sandwiches and salads and things of that nature. We're going to try this for a few weeks to see how it goes. It's just a balancing act.
Sure. So when people come in, they can still get a limited menu. And
limited menu, a stiff drink.
They can still. You knew that was my next question. Oh God, is the bar open?
Absolutely. They can still work from the club. We still host private events on Mondays, but the a la carte dining has just been so slow since I've been here. Mondays is our weakest day, so we're just trying to find a balancing act between servicing our members and the fiduciary responsibility that we have. But we'll give it a couple of weeks, see how it goes, and then we'll make some adjustments as needed. It's trial and error. Fortunately, there aren't that many errors here at the Citrus Club.
You all are doing such an amazing job. We were talking about it before we went live. The club is just the place to be. The energy is great. The staff are great. We've always been great. Don't get me wrong, but I honestly believe you and the team have brought back some of that original excitement that we all used to have.
And we're creating new excitement as well. So thank you for that. Speaking of exciting times,
yes, tell me.
Millery has joined our fitness team downstairs. He's been with us now 2.5 weeks. A great young man, family man, married, 2 kids, about 14, 15 years in the fitness industry. So, we'll keep doing what we've done, but we'll also add some more programming. There's conversation about defensive training for women and boxing and some new programming and maybe some additional spin. Again, it's all about programming down there.
Yes.
So I'm certainly excited about that.
Did y'all know we have a gym? Yes, we have a gym. We have a whole fitness center downstairs, and you can get massages. You have to schedule those, right? Still,
right.
You
massages,
can get your haircuts.
Right. We don't do manicures and pedicures anymore. Too many people have their own favorite.
Yeah. I don't think anybody was utilizing that anyways.
I agree.
But the massage rooms are beautiful.
Absolutely quiet and affordable.
It's so affordable
down there for a very affordable price. Tomorrow night, Business Expo. Tracy's all excited.
I'll be here. Do you guys know what the Business Expo is?
Yeah, we've got a bunch of local member tables set up, as well as the big 3 are coming, the Opera, the Ballet, and the Philharmonic, along with some member businesses to show and tell. So we're excited about that. Magical Dining runs through until the 28th. And then we're done with that experience.
That's been amazing for the club, right?
It's been amazing for the club. It's been amazing for the staff. It's been amazing for the kitchen, and 4, 5, 6 new members.
That's awesome.
Okay, so we will evaluate that and look ahead to next year.
Is tomorrow night's it's called the Club Expo, right? It's the expo.
Right.
Is that open to members and non-members?
Open to members.
Okay, members.
Open to members. Bourbon Club on the 26th. I guess that's Thursday night. Bourbon Club. Some
Bourbon, yes.
Excited about that. And on the 27th in the morning, we have the Honorary Consul of Spain coming for coffee and conversation.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Some of our members wanted to hear from some of our international folks. So we're bringing in as a first the honorary consul from Spain.
It's amazing.
Very nice man. He'll talk 8:30 in the morning, free coffee and conversation. We're excited about that. I think it's the 26th. It's National Lobster Day.
Ooh.
So we're going to be taking the 26th, the 27th, and the 28th and celebrating the crustacean.
Nice.
Okay, lobster roll specials every day.
Yum.
Lobster mac and cheese, lobster surf and turf, lobster.
Oh, and if you
tails.
haven't had Chef's Lobster Prep here, I mean, they do an amazing job. We had it that first kickoff year for him. Was that just last year?
Just last year.
For the open house, I believe. And wow, his lobster was amazing.
Yeah, so we're just, celebrating the crustacean.
Celebrating.
We had the Women's Book Club on October 1st, 6:30 on Tuesday. We have Oktoberfest on October 2nd in the lounge.
Nice.
We're also having an open house for Aspire building. I guess it's 111 here in town.
Huh.
There's 164 unit owners,
Nice.
and they're less than a mile away. So why don't we introduce them to the club and see
This is
what
the
we can do?
creativity I'm talking
That
about.
downtown dwellers. There's over 20,000 people that live downtown.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay, we would like to introduce the club to those that.
What a great idea. You're bringing them in.
Absolutely.
The outreach. You're constantly outreaching here.
Other people's audiences are so exciting. Charity Classic.
That's
October 5th.
5th.
Come on, guys. A once a year celebration hosted by the club. As many of you know, we are benefiting the educational foundations for the opera, the ballet, the Philharmonic, and of course our Employee Care Foundation. The doors open up at 6 o'clock. We have those three performing throughout the club at various times. A few surprises in store. 5 different food stations, 3 different beverage stations.
Wow.
Lots of specialty drinks. Come and support these 3.
Yes.
It's a very affordable ticket at $175. I know it sounds like a lot, but when you consider how much of it is going to be given back to the folks that provide us with art and culture and entertainment and do so much for the community, a very, very worthwhile cause.
I love it. I'm excited. Every year it's an amazing event. And do we have a theme this year? How are we dressing?
An evening of arts and elegance.
Nice.
So I would anticipate upscale cocktail attire.
I love it.
Because it's a club-wide event, a lot of movement. There are reserved tables available, but most are just going to mix and mingle.
Good.
And graze throughout the evening.
Always a great event, y'all.
Trivia is coming back.
Oh, we're going to have trivia back.
One night a month. Okay.
Nice.
The first Thursday of every month at 7 o'clock, backed by popular demand.
These people are competitive that play trivia here.
Yeah.
Woo!
Don't
dare look at your phone.
Since we did away with it over the summer, we've had more than a few come back and say when.
When?
So
It's always
a month,
fun.
Once a month. And last week, we hosted a few folks for lunch with the desire to create a social committee.
Nice.
Okay. Member driven, member focused. I've had 3 or 4 members reach out after my note last week and say they too would like to get involved. And the idea of the social committee is to help create events, member focused, member specific, both on site and off. Okay, field trips and bike rides, and maybe to the casino, or maybe to a museum, or maybe to stock shelves at a food bank, and
I love it.
dance parties, and once a month dinner meetups, and sip and paint parties, and a little bit more like a country club in some regards. But member driven, member focused, member asked.
So good.
Member asked, so why not?
I agree. I think it's amazing. Many, many moons ago, we used to do offsite stuff. And I always wondered where that went. And that is exciting to have it come back.
Our last winemaker dinner, we had conversation around the table about a 5-day trip to Paso Robles. And I have a travel agent and a wine rep working on it right now for the fall of next year.
Nice.
Airfare, accommodations, transfers, different wineries, maybe an excursion or 2, more to come.
Wow, that's really cool.
But that,
Does your brain ever stop?
according to my wife, quite often.
Amen to that, brother. Stacy will say ditto.
And one last thing, we're putting together a plan to host pre-performance dinners during the week in Tangerine. A couple of folks reached out and said, James, the Broadway series on Tuesday and Wednesday, we certainly would like to come to the club prior to. Tuesdays and Wednesdays haven't always been a very strong night at the club. We've certainly have not opened Tangerine during my tenure other than Magical Dining the last 5-6 weeks, and it's proven to be somewhat beneficial. So we're going to offer a prefixed menu.
Nice.
Okay. We'll have a few add-ons, and we're going to see if we could accommodate our members and non-members. I certainly would like to talk to the Phil, the opera, and the ballet when they have performances, share with their patrons that the restaurant is open and available. That's the only way we're going to be successful.
I agree. I love it.
If I can't rely strictly on members based upon, their busy lives and their schedules, I do have a staff to maintain, and I do have a culinary team that has to stay busy. So if we can drive 20, 30, 40 covers on a Tuesday or a Wednesday evening, that'll certainly help.
That is such a great idea. I love it. I love that.
I think that's all I've got.
It's a lot, my friend. That's a lot. That's the great thing about the club. So if you haven't checked out their website or the calendar, you can just Google Citrus Club calendar, and you can see what we see and see all these amazing events and opportunities and membership. Membership here it's just such a beautiful thing. I had somebody come up kind of reluctantly and say, all right, it's bougie. Listen, we're classic, but we're also in touch.
Right.
We're classic, but we're also a business club. And I feel like a lot of people, when they come up there, like, wow, this is really awesome. You have people working from here. I think the perception is we're all up here with our pinkies up and our champagne, not that that's bad, having high tea 24/7 and just, I don't know, looking out at the world. But there's a lot of activity here. A lot of business happens here. And you add that social element to it, and it's just such a great place to be.
Iconic and friendly.
Oh, iconic and friendly. See,
Iconic
you've always got the
friendly
words.
And accessible.
Accessible for sure.
For sure. But it'll be a good week. I'm looking forward to it. September's closing, and we're going to get right back into October.
About to be fourth quarter, y'all. So if you're interested in any of the things that James talked about or membership, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to James. My number is 407-810-5670, but you know how to find me. James, always a pleasure to spend time with you. I learn something new all the time about what's coming up at the club. You guys get involved. If you're a member and you want to learn more, go to your calendar or reach out to James or me. We'd be happy to direct you. And if you're not, we'd love to have you come up and have a tour if you haven't seen it, especially the renovation. It's absolutely beautiful. All right. We'll see you guys soon. You guys have an amazing week.